It's almost here. Welcome along as we complete the countdown to Undefeated. Ricky Hatton against Floyd Mayweather. The world will be watching the super fight from Las Vegas on Saturday night. We hope you can join us live on Sky Box Office. Both fighters desperate to cement their place in boxing history. Nicky Piper has seen all the classic matches down the years and will be part of our big fight team. Only one place to start for what promises to be a fascinating tactical battle. Let's head straight to Vegas and join Ian Dark.
Well, remember, these two fighters are unbeaten in a total of 81 fights, so something has to give here in Vegas. You know, boxing history teaches us that nobody is unbeatable. There's a style to beat everyone, as one of Ricky Hatton or Floyd Mayweather will find out this weekend. So what are the keys to this fight? Well, it's a mouth-watering confrontation between two men with drastically different tactics.
I'm versatile. He's straight up and down, no special effects. We know he come one way. We know he come straight ahead throwing a hook. That's it.
Everybody has an Achilles heel style-wise, and I think I'm his.
Whose style will succeed? The all-action whirlwind with the ferocious body punches, or the man with the speedy skills, ring craft and defensive genius?
His game is speed, you know, and setting traps for his opponent, where me, I'm a little bit more honest, to say the least. You know, go forward, put the pressure on him, lots of angles, body punching.
Can Hatton break Mayweather's rhythm? And could the pretty boy survive if it came to a fight in the trenches?
I think in all his 38 fights, he's had to show skill, but never heart. And this is a fight where he's going to have to show bundles of that.
Is Hatton big enough at welterweight?
I think he'll honestly be bigger than Mayweather and heavier than Mayweather on the night. He'll definitely be a lot stronger. You've seen the weights he's lifting. And
is he good enough at this level?
It's really not by the weight, because skills pays the bills. And one thing about me, I'm an extremely sharp fighter.
Cuts could be a problem for Hatton, but will he want it more than Mayweather, who may have underestimated him?
I don't think he thinks I'm as good as what I am. It's the subtleties that I do. It's the educated pressure that I do. You know, there's a method to me madness, and I think that's going to shock him.
Long-time trainers Billy Graham and Roger Mayweather have studied the fight for months. Who possesses the superior plan? And who has the right man to carry it out?
Floyd's got a lot on his arsenal, you know, so you've got to prepare for different things. Whatever way he approaches the fight, we're going to be ready for. We always are, anyway.
Mayweather might well elect to counter with slashing punches that could bewilder Hatton and open his fragile skin. And might he target Hatton's body? Hatton will look to establish his jab with clever and educated pressure. And he'll aim to use strength to break down Mayweather. So whose tactics will triumph? Who has the winning armory?
More experience, more talent, more ability, better chin.
I've got everything to beat Floyd Mayweather, and he's got everything to lead me a merry dance at times, but will he stop me coming? I don't think he will.
Well, there's so much talk here that Ricky Hatton needs educated pressure, intense pressure to win. What do we mean, though, Jim, when we talk about educated pressure? What mistakes has he got to avoid?
Well, Mayweather is the gifted one. He has the speed and the reflexes, but he needs time and he needs space to be effective. Well, Ricky has to find a way to deny him both of those things. He has to get close, he has to impose himself on Mayweather, he has to work the body and hurt Mayweather at every opportunity. If he does that, I'm sure Mayweather will go on the defensive, then there's a chance Ricky could outwork him.
Of course, the problem for Hatton is that in closing the range, he's going to walk into counter punches, that there'll be just too many bullets and he'll get shaken up and accrue a lot of damage on the way.
Ricky is going to get hit in this fight. If he's looking for a plan where he can hit Mayweather, not get hit back, forget it. It's not going to happen. He's going to have to get his mind in the same zone it was in for the Costas U fight. He's going to take his bumps, he's going to have to eat them up, come through them and dish out better.
Of course, Hatton says that Mayweather underestimates his skills in his brawling, but it could be true too that Hatton doesn't realise how hard Mayweather can hit.
Yeah, well, he did hurt Oscar De La Hoya, remember. He punches a lot harder than the Hatton camp have been giving him credit for. But Ricky has shown he can take the best from Costas U. He does not punch as hard as he does. So if he can take that, he can take what Mayweather's got and hopefully, as I say, do that little bit more.
Yeah, and then remember, Oscar De La Hoya came close to beating Mayweather. Maybe Hatton can do it better than that. I know one expert here who doesn't want to be named who thinks that Mayweather is going to find it just too hot to handle and will quit on his stool after 8 rounds.
We would like that, wouldn't we? Everybody's got an opinion about how this fight can be won, Nicky. How does Ricky win it?
Well, firstly, Jim's right. He's going to get hit and he has to accept it. I'm sure he's accepted he's going to get hit a lot during this fight. He's got to go forward. He's got, I think, a bit like Costa Zoo, exactly the same thing. From the moment the first bell sounds, he's got to attack and he's got to throw non-stop punches, intelligently, yes, rolling in, trying to avoid as many shots as he can. Sometimes possibly jabbing his way in first, but you know, don't forget, Mayweather's got a massive reach advantage in this fight, and you know, Mayweather's uncle Roger was saying that, you know, Hatton's got to buy a jab, you know, from somewhere. He hasn't got one, but you know, whether that's the important punch anyway, rolling in, coming in, ducking and weaving and coming up with the big hooks, that's really how I see Hatton winning this fight.
The buzzword seems to be educated pressure. What's your take on what that is?
Well, educated pressure means just, you know, not being reckless and just throwing yourself forward in any old manner. Hatton's never done that. He's always gone forward with educated pressure. He can't just, you know, walk in willy-nilly expecting to take every punch Mayweather throws, because eventually that'll take its toll. He's got to avoid as many as possible, but give as many as he can too.
Joe Cortez is the referee. How important is his role on Saturday?
Well, Cortez now has been judging and refereeing world titles for 25 years. He's very, very experienced. Of course it's important, you know, how Cortez handles this fight. If he really is strict and keeps Hatton off Mayweather, that'll suit Mayweather. If he allows Hatton to throw the body punches, as he did against Castillo, that's going to be very important. So it will be important how Cortez handles this fight.
Well, if the hitman is to win in Vegas, he may have to rely heavily on his trademark punch.
Terrific punch from Hatton. Looking good here, Hatton. Now the body shot kept down again. He's broken him up. He's put him on the floor. It was a real rib cruncher from Hatton. Oh, that's a nice one. Now the left hook to the body. Oh, I wonder if he can get up from that one. He's gasping for air. He's writhing around in agony. This is over. Counted out, knocked out, Hatton wins again. Spectacular style.
Ouch. That hurts, I'm sure. Let's check out the timetable for what is a huge night of boxing. Well, Hatton Mayweather couldn't have happened without the golden touch of Oscar De La Hoya. The fighter turned promoter was the last man to face the pretty boy and has some words of advice for Hatton. Here's Adam Smith.
The Golden Boy, the most glamorous and magnetic fighter of his generation. The unprecedented 6-weight world champion, Oscar De La Hoya, who's now the young, hungry promoter too.
This fight has the potential to be one of the biggest fights and one of the most exciting fights in boxing history.
De La Hoya has a special interest here. He pushed Floyd Mayweather close in their mega match. He's Ricky Hatton's promoter, and he may fight the winner. He orchestrated the press conferences.
Everybody, there's only one Ricky Hatton.
Rallying the crowds.
I can tell you that Ricky Hatton will take care of the job, and he will be the champion.
De La Hoya's helped Hatton. He's provided top sparring partners and inside information.
I've been able to give Ricky Hatton some lessons, give him a few pointers here and there, and telling him, look, the jab is the key for this fight. Mayweather cannot block a jab.
So you're talking tactics with Ricky?
Absolutely.
And it's the jab that he needs. He's got to box cleverly his way in.
He has to box cleverly, but he has to put a lot of pressure. Stay on top of him constantly, and a lot of feints and a lot of jabs. He played it perfectly when he fought Costa Zoo. And I believe with Ricky Hatton, when he has that type of quality of opposition in front of him, he motivates himself and lifts his spirits, his energies, his physical being to another level. So I believe when he faces Floyd Mayweather Jr., you're going to see a brand new Ricky Hatton, a Ricky Hatton that nobody has ever seen before.
And you believe he can win this fight?
I strongly believe he can win this fight.
Do you think he'll stop Mayweather?
He has a good chance at stopping him, but he has to have a perfect game plan. And he doesn't need a perfect game plan to beat him convincingly, but to stop him or knock him out, he needs a perfect game plan.